Hello, good morning to all. It's a cool day in Sacramento. We've got a little sprinkles on the floor. We got a little sprinkles on the car. We got some sprinkles coming down from the sky. Oh, yes, yes, we sure do. Sprinkles, sprinkles, sprinkles. Our first real sprinkle. Get my G-Wagon. Girl, I can't afford my G-Wagon. I can't afford it. Shit. Good morning, guys. Remember, tapping is clapping and thumbs up when you come in. You have worn me socks on. I had to take my sweatshirt off because I am one spritzing young woman. I'm a young woman. Like that. I'm a young woman, y'all. It's sprinkles, light sprinkles. Dan went for a walk and he's like, it's raining. No, it's sprinkling. Oh, Mary, I slept so hard last night. Hard. Yeah, so it was good. I heard Grandpa get up once to pee and he went right back to bed, so Grandpa slept well. So when Grandpa sleeps well, I'm lucky if I sleep well. And I did, but I've done a little trick the last couple days. I take a little half of a gummy before I go to my room. And then I think it hits by the time, I have fallen asleep, and it helps prolong. Solid, literally, Hi, Laureen, how are you? Hi, Jenny Tran. So I feel good. I'm still tired because my cramps are really bad. I've got a headache, the hormonal shit, of the gummy, I don't know. Dan gives me different ones all the time. I'm going for a weighted West walk. Ugh, Michael, those things, the weight, I used to do that stuff all the time with CrossFit, and it killed my shoulders. So 30 pounds is good. Holy crap balls. We used to run with them, and I couldn't do it. It was just, I have such bad neck pain. My neck's in trouble today, but I have my PT tomorrow. Thank the Lord, because I am dying. So, so anywho, I used to do that stuff. I don't miss it. I mean, I do miss it a little bit, but not 100%. I'm getting too old. I'm slowing down in the exercise arena. My body, my soul, my mind. And it's funny because if you talk to the perimenopausal women, and if you see them online, they talk about how you just hit a wall. You hit a wall. And it's just your ability to do certain things anymore is just not there. It's there, but it's at a lot lesser percentage of, I just don't care. I care, but I don't, if that makes sense. I don't run with him either, 58 years, That shit hurts. But back in the day when I was a spry young woman, I did it. And it killed me, and I know it happens, and, it makes me feel normal, right? When I read and listen to other women talk about it. Hi, Dee. Because, sometimes we sit up in our house and we're like, what is wrong? And it's so nice to know that other women are experiencing the same stuff. So it makes you feel less alone, right? So I love listening to perimenopausal women because it just validates everything I'm feeling or everything I'm thinking, right? So power to the peri. Power to the peri. So not much going on. We have to reshoot a part of the ad Dan did this weekend. So that's really the most important thing on the agenda. Other than that, probably just do my normal putts and rock. I really want to organize my under the stairs area, binge and purge and see what I can get rid of, and organize it better. But we'll see. My neck is really giving me trouble today, and I think that's probably part of my headache issue, but we'll see how it goes. I should have taken some Advil, but I didn't. Hi Paulette, how are you doing? Today's Wednesday, halfway through the week. Yay. I watch your live shows just to feel normal. Well, you're welcome. I can provide any feelings of normalcy for y'all. I'm here to tell you it's normal, I think. So anywho, that's about it. Nothing else exciting. I told you the crooks of my arms are itchy. Sometimes they come up with bumps. I'm assuming it's a new perimenopausal symptom. How many miles do you typically run? Well, that has changed. My running since this lovely new wave of peri. I run about 2 miles. If I run 3, it's a good day. And then I walk anywhere from, I'll end with 4 to 5 miles, depending on the day, with walking and running. I don't strive to run. If I'm feeling it, I'll run. Like yesterday, I ran 3 miles and walked 2 with my friends. So every day is different. Typically between 4 and 5 miles between walk run. Yeah. I used to run 4 to 6 miles every day with y'all within the last year, but I just hit a freaking wall, and my body said, "Girl, you be tripping. Yeah, you don't need to do this shit anymore. Plus, we don't want to do it. So, just get you a little good exercise in, and be happy with what we can do for you." That's what it says. So I do that. I do some weights just to try to keep the osteoporosis away. Because y'all know osteoporosis is a real thing, You see the older women, right? They're humped over. Shit, you guys got to start combating that shit. Get your arm weights out. Start moving, right? Start moving. Hi, Storms. You need to clean your house. Put your arm weights on, girls. Let's get it. Let's do it. Let's keep osteoporosis away. Keep those muscles strong. Keep those bones healthy. You can do it, and I believe in you. There you have it. So my hump and my neck and my back is going to be coming from my posture, and maybe the osteoporosis, because as we age, our shit goes away. Estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, all the ends. Oxygen gets depleted. We struggle every day to take a deep breath. We got all the shit going on in our system. So let's do what we can. Load up on vitamins, load up on healthy foods, and load up with lots of love and kindness, and that also helps. Give it a go. Give it a go for your bones. That's right. Weird bumps. My friend made me baking soda paste. Put the paste on the spoons and flake it off. It fix. Yeah. I know, osteoporosis is no joke. Ashley, Nicole, this is my fun fact. I've been running so long that I can carry on a conversation, even in my old age of 50. You washed windows yesterday? Annette, you want to come over and do mine? Do you climb up on ladders? Hi, Rick B. Long time no see, I know. Everything's just moving along. Taking care of the grandpa, taking care of the Dan, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, taking care of the nieces and nephews, taking care of my mental, trying to anyway, just run of the mill, just taking care of life. Running, trying to take care of me, keep away the osteoporosis, and keep my body moving. That's it. Not a lot of water. Okay. Well, you can still come and do my first floor. Hi, beach man. What's up, bro? My head hurts. I need some beach in my life. Not a bitch, a beach. Yeah, and I didn't mean it. You know, sometimes people say, what's up, beach? No, I want a beach. Water, sand. Sand and water, yeah. That would be nice. But instead, I'm going to the honky tonk next week. The honky tonk land. Grand Ole Opry. Right, Elvis Presley. I'm going to Nashville for a quick little turnaround trip. So no beach for me. I'll get some Southern. And you think my Southern accent is bad now? Just wait till I return for 3 days with my familia. Oh, I love the beach. You know, anybody who lives close to the water is lucky. I think it's such a refuge, such a place to go, to walk, to catch, you know, just silence and peace and become one with yourself and Mother Nature and the beauty that surrounds it. Yes, I'm excited. I mean, it's been 2 years. 2 years ago, I went for my brother's engagement, and then I came back with the Rona, and that's when your girl started speaking in her native tongue, Southern. Yeah, because Miss Rona came back from Nashville with the virus for the first time, and she started speaking in Southern tongues. And so we called her Miss Rona from that point on. And she likes to be sassy, she likes to be feisty, and she likes to have fun. You remember meeting her? Yep. Hi, Anne. Saw your pack car clip. God, I was so pissed off. It took me more time to pack the car up than it did to shop in Costco. Yeah. And I was only supposed to go for a couple things, but you can't just leave, right? And I had to finally stop putting things in my cart because I was already gonna struggle. Anyhow, so Miss Rona will be highly native when she comes back next week. Well, the week after, yeah. So, y'all don't know, I talked to my aunt for an hour and a half yesterday, and because Rona is so normal for me these days, sometimes, because Rona is a part of me and it's normal, sometimes I just start talking in tongue and my kids look at me like, huh? They're used to it now, right? They're used to it now, but still, it's gonna be bad. I was talking to my aunt for an hour and a half yesterday, and I noticed I started just subconsciously speaking the way she was, you know? And I kind of was giggling to myself, but I just I don't notice it anymore because it seems so natural. It's been 2 years. 2 years since I've been talking with my accent. 2 years. Yep. So she comes and goes. And sometimes when I'm talking to Dan as well, in normal situations, I got a twang. And he just laughs. How did my do not disturb go on? My do not disturb, hello? What's happening? You got my do not disturb just went on. I didn't turn it on. It just went on. It said do not disturb is on like I was talking to Siri. What the hell? Hello? Mama? Daddy? What the fuck? To get a Jeep and a boat. They've sat in, 3 years. Fuck that shit. Hi Dak, how are you doing? Aunt Juliet, for 10 years, and loved it. Oui, oui. The Massachusetts, Deb, that's my bucket list. That's my bucket list. I would love to do the whole Boston, New Hampshire, Maine, Martha's Vineyard. God, one day, One day, he fights with Alexa. Oh my God, Jenny, that is hilarious. 3 weeks out of an umbilical. Oh, shit, Dak, ouchie. Bye, Lauren. You know what? I gotta go pee-pee. Shit, you love the twang. You know, people always say, your fake accent. It's not really fake. Being that I'm from Nashville and all. Hold on, I'll be right back. Gotta go pee-pee. It took everything of me not to sit and clean that bathroom. There was so much stuff going on in that bathroom right now. I am concerned for the safety of everybody. Yes, Rocky Mountains. On the Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain. I lived in Alabama when I go live, I mask where I'm from because my accent is cute. What? Oh, because people don't know, right? And you think it's so normal. Y'all have to pee. That was weird. I haven't had that happen in a long time. So, yeah, anywho, the bathroom, I don't know. There's shit all over the floor. There was urine in the sink. Urine in the sink. It was yellow, so it was urine. Probably a cat. Most likely Bart, because occasionally I have caught Bart pissing in the sink. Rather in the sink than anywhere else, but still, what is wrong with these heathens in my house? There's sticky stuff all over the bathroom floor. The toilet needs to be cleaned. Somebody call the maid because she is failing on her job. Shit. I need to file a complaint. Anybody got any complaint slips? Because the bitch is lazy. Anyway, remember, oh, that's me. Remember, tapping is clapping on the TikTok, thumbs up on the tube. So this bitch has to clean a bathroom today. And you believe I did it yesterday too? Wiped it all down. I sure did, because it was gross. I guess it needs another wipe down. Yeah, it's like having toddlers again, you know, between the cats and grandpa. Toddlers. And Dan, toddlers. There was a whole bunch of floss on a sink this morning, and I said, honey, every day I say, can you just, once you're done flossing, just, the garbage can's right there. Like, what is the matter? Oh, I clean it up. No. I cleaned up. And I think that you cleaned up. But in actuality, it's me that cleans it. I know you mean well, but it ain't happening. And why? If you're done flossing, you took the time to take the floss out, to wrap it around your fingers, to do whatever teeth you have left, and then put it on the sink. Bruh, it takes just as much time to bend over, use your foot, open up the garbage can, and drop it in. Guess what? Still floss. Yeah. And somehow it dropped one because I was walking around in the kitchen. I was like, what the hell is on my foot? Floss. On my foot. Ugh. I love the flocks, the pigs. Dan hates them. He said I'm killing every organism and fish in the biosphere of the ocean. Yep. Because how do I feel with the poor little fishies eating the pig and killing them? Yeah. So he refuses to use those, but yet uses floss and affects my sphere in my house. Right? Same difference. I'm just a big fish in a little pond, but still, you are affecting my biosphere with your mess. See what I mean? Fuck. Hi, Emily. So, anywho, there's more on the sink this morning. I just haven't. So, you're the same way about plastic. But what I do lead to the low is I break it when I'm done. So it helps. You know? And if they were really so concerned about the biosphere of the oceans, why are they still making those plastic doohickeys in a six-pack, right? They are harmful. Just break them. I break them so that way they can't stick. Who finds those floss sticks on the ground? Oh no, in Florida? And pull them to wherever you see them. No, I should. Like we did back in the day with the kids, Maxine. Now you come over here. You see that? Bend over and pick up your shit, bruh. Yeah. How's my gorgeous pet pig? She's cute. Yeah, she's cute. Yeah, so anybody who uses a floss picker, break it up. It helps. Anything helps. It's just like they tell you with the plastic doohickeys to cut the little plastic up before you put it in the recycling. Any little thing helps, right? Our world is already so fucked up. Take the little bit of time to do, I almost said to do the ultimate crime. No. Take the time to help the biosphere of everything, the world. Yeah. So, does anybody watch Misha on TikTok? Anybody watch Misha? Now, he is a hoot. You know, he doesn't come up on my FYP as much. So sometimes when I'm waiting for my videos to upload, I watch whatever's up as I'm waiting. And Misha came on my feed this morning, and he makes me giggle. He is so funny. But I was pissed this morning because speaking of biospheres and shit and cruelty to animals, I don't know how that was an unintentional segue, but here it is. I love him, Rita. And so I don't know if you saw, I don't know when it was posted, but it was about a dog. Did you see the spiel about the dog? So he was on a walk in his neighborhood. There was a lost dog. I'm gonna compound it. Brought him to the, and I don't even know if he's on YouTube. Brought him to the fire station, microchipped him. People don't call back. Finally, they were the original owners. They had the information with the second owners, but they couldn't give it to him. So the fire station kept calling. Hours later, whatever, he did Facebook shit and tried to get attention out to the community. Finally, awful, right? Finally, the lady who had taken over the dog from the original owner responded to him, DM'd him, and said, "Oh my gosh, I am so thankful, right? I'm so thankful he found you." I don't know if it was a he or she, but the dog's name was Lazy. "I'm so glad Lazy found you. One of the best people on the planet. I watch you all the time, and I couldn't be happier. I took the dog, needed help, needed companionship, blah, 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 but the dog became too much for me, so I had to leave him. But I couldn't be happier. Enjoy her," basically. And he was like, "Shut the fuck up," right? So he texted her back and said, basically, "Fuck off. You are the scum of the earth. You don't just take an animal from somebody in good faith and then decide it's too much and leave him or her in a neighborhood hoping for her or him to find a good home. That is the worst kind of human being. And you love the way I speak about humanity, motivation, so on and so forth. Fuck you. I am not speaking to you because you are scum. Holy shit, right? But truthful, what are people thinking, right? If you take an animal on and a responsibility for something, at least have the common decency to find another home for it. You left it in a neighborhood. You just dropped it off? What? So he really was, and then was upset because the dog was super sweet. Super sweet. And, you know, he's like, I feel bad because one of my dogs is a rescue. And I can't imagine, right? I can't imagine doing that to my animal, let alone other people having the fucking audacity to think that that's okay. That's like, I can't handle my kid anymore, so I'm just gonna drop him off and hopefully they find a good home, right? Holy shit. God, that just hurt my soul this morning. But people do that, right? Yeah, my whole bike walks, animal cruelty, right? And that is considered animal cruelty in my book, is horrible. And if you can do that to an animal, that says a lot about you as a person, right? That says a lot about you. And she was so like, her fucking message to him was so upbeat and so happy. Like she didn't think she did anything wrong. What? God, that breaks my heart. You know, yesterday we were talking about the displacement of animals with the hurricane and all that stuff. Oh no, Jenny. And the sadness that they go through, the depression, the anxiety. Could you imagine your owner being rightfully aware of just letting you go? Ugh. Oh yeah, I think I saw something like that one time too, Drake, about a poacher doing that, even to alligators. Nobody wants to be friends with an alligator or a crocodile, but at least fucking unsnap their jaw. They're still human. I look at animals as human. I look at them, they're breathing. They have organs that keep them alive, right? They are entitled to walk this earth as much as we are. Where are you going? Bluetooth. Hold on. Bluetooth. Dan, where are you going? Oh my gosh. Some people don't stop to think. Yeah. I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine. There's a man that beat a dog to death and was arrested. Oh God. My weird tripod chihuahua got up here. We were so besides ourselves. We found him. Lily. Good thing we found him. Because nobody wants a tripod chihuahua. They probably didn't even know what the fuck it was. So everybody ran away from it thinking it was an illegal alien from the Outer Banks up there. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what that is. Now Lily has a weird chihuahua. It's a tripod chihuahua, and it got out. She said she was besides herself. Now, if I saw that chihuahua, I would run, girl. I've seen pictures. He is not the cutest. Nobody wants that. Now, I think there's a special place on earth for you because you took him amidst all of his deformities and the lack of cuteness. So you get an award in my book. Just kidding. I know I'm being mean. I'm just razzing her feathers because I can. Pay him a visit. Me too, bruh. I would want to pay him a visit too. No, he's not. He had to go do something. The face only a rescue mom could love. A rescue mom. She felt so bad for him because he's not the cutest. She sent me pictures. She has special dogs. I call them special needs dogs because they all have some sort of something. So, some sort of something. And, it takes a special family to welcome in those specialty animals. And every time she talks about the tripod Chiweenie, I just giggle. It makes me giggle. And so, you know me, Lily, I need pictures. I need pictures of the specialness of the special. And she sent them over, and I've never laughed so hard in my entire life. They're so funny that they're cute, you know? They're so ridiculous. The Chiweenie, the tripod, is like very interesting. Yeah, so anywho, I like to give her shit about her special needs animals. Now, all of our animals have a bit of special needs, like the humans of us that take care of them. Everybody's special in their own way. And I can tell you, every one of my animals is also special needs. Not in their physical appearance, but underneath the fur. You know, the personalities is what I'm talking about. Some animals have their special needs on their skin, right? Outside, and we see them. And some of them are deep within their personalities. I got Andrew. Sorry, son. I got Baxi. He's got anxiety, extreme anxiety. He also should be taking Lexapro, right? My dogs sleep with me. It's a love-hate relationship with dogs in the bed, right? Hair, and well, my dog's 85 pounds. She thinks she's a person. She doesn't understand that she infringes upon, and we make room for her. You know, we're the ones who are compromised in the way our bodies should be sleeping, right? We're all cockeyed to make. Why is it that we make room for them? They're on our beds. We are their masters. But yet somehow we assimilate to them and how they sleep. What the kind of hell shit is that? I wake up with kinks. I wonder why. I got 2 cats on the bed. I got a dog. Me and Nan somehow are trying to sleep in between all of them. Who is Bart? Why did I say that? Bart. I call him Bardiola. Bart is the black cat who occasionally pisses in the sink. And I, as well as my kids, have gotten him pissing like a toilet. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Shannon, they gave me, I know, Drake, with my dog's foot in my ear. Oh my God. Now, and Baxter now, the trazodone is not enough for him. So now they gave him gabapentin and trazodone and said he needs to start the trazodone the night before the visit, and then the gabapentin too. Yeah, my cat Wink has vision problems. He's scared of everything except treats and his Bessie Paw. I thought you were gonna say he runs into walls. Now, I know it's cruel to laugh at, and some animals are blind and they walk into walls. Now, I'm laughing because it's sad, right? It's an uncomfortable thing, and it's cute and funny all at the same time. So Cinnamon has lost her visions. Cinnamon has lost her vision. Mark's dog. Cinnamon, right? And I under-medicate him, Shannon, because I feel so bad. So that's why it probably doesn't work, because he just zones out. He becomes weird on the trazodone. I don't like seeing my dogs like that. So anyhow, Cinnamon, it's the funniest thing. It's not funny, but it's funny. So she's gotten blind because she's old and she has diabetes and shit like that. And so one day, like literally, you know, she's learning how to be blind and navigate, right? So Mark brought her, he was on the phone. He was and tries to sit his butt right on my face. Yeah, Coda does too sometimes. Like yesterday morning, Coda's butt was in my face, on my pillows, and her face was on Dan's head because Baxter was on the bed. And Coda wanted us to herself, so she was trying to, anyhow. But Mark, I was on the phone with Dan. This was about a month ago. And he's all, yeah, I'm walking Cinnamon. Oh shit, Cinny. And Dan's like, what happened? He's like, oh, she just ran into the mailbox. And I just started laughing. And Dan's like, God damn it, Mark. You need to pay attention to shit like that. I know, Dan. No. You know she's blind. And I'm just in the bathroom laughing because, God, I was with an owl on the roof with a huge squirrel in his mouth. Then crows screaming to warn the predator among us. It was, oh my God, Fiona, that would be scary. So yes, they give animals trazodone too. And Baxter just zones out. So I always give him less than prescribed because I do that for my humans too. Even me. I never take what the correct dosage is because we don't need it. We just need a little hand holding, right? So, but yeah, he can't. He needs to be drugged. My husband's leg to protect him. He knows what a day. That's funny. Yeah. My cat holds on to my husband. He obviously senses something, like I might strangle him. So he's protecting him. That's smart. Trazodone makes my Abby hungover. We use it during fireworks season, but she's bleary-eyed the next day. Mary, it's so weird because, like, Coda, I mean, if you give Baxter the dosage, the correct dosage, he literally just sits and stares at you. Like, you know, and it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. So it makes me feel bad for them. So then I give him half of the dosage, and well, it's not enough. He's still, so, and his dew claws need to be cut again. But I don't like medicating my animals. I don't even like medicating my humans. I never filled, other than for Andrew, because he couldn't take, he can't take Advil after, you know, which he needed after his wisdom teeth, so they give him Norco. That fucking tripped him out too. I've never gotten Norco for my kids after wisdom teeth. I won't do it. They don't need it. They can take Tylenol or Advil. But Andrew, because of his kidneys, the doctor's like, no, he needs something stronger. Don't just give him Tylenol. So, but that fucking shit made him kooky. He was mean. And then it started his IgA. Anyhow, hi, Ashen. Some guy hit my dog. What? Left him blind and both. What? I have to put him down. I cried like a baby. What do you mean? Oh, you mean with a car? Oh no. Recently? Why do you have to put a dog down if he's blind? Cinnamon's living a happy life blind. She may run into walls occasionally, but hey Marty, how are you? Do they give Ozempic to animals? I don't know, but Baxter needs it. They just love, yeah, to show their love. So they do. I mean, they're like, Coda is the most loving dog on the planet. She literally likes to be on top of you. I get anxious every day of the month putting on flea drops. You know, I've had a really bad experience with flea drops. At one time with Bart, or one of the cats, and then they started foaming because they licked it. And I was like, oh no, I'm killing my cat. I don't do that shit anymore because PTSD. I won't do it. I go to the vet. My animals need something, they get it from the vet because I'm scared of doing, like, killing an animal. And I'm a hypochondriac like that, right? Because, you know, they can't communicate with us. They can't tell us, Mom, I don't feel good. You know, I don't like the way this feels. And so I feel bad giving an animal who can't speak medication. They can't even defend themselves. They can't say, no, Mom, I'll be a trooper, I promise, you know? He'd be suffering. Oh, God, Drake, that's horrible. But you know what? And if he would have been, I mean, who knows what else would have been wrong with him? The anxiety that probably could have come with it. You know, I mean, those are hard. I hate. What I would have done is track that motherfucker down and beaten the shit out of him for hitting my dog. It's trial and error, I know. I literally cried over putting on new meds. I do too, I get anxious. I get anxious every time we switch medicines on something. Because I've had some bad experiences, right? So I would forever feel so guilty if I killed my own pet over an animal. Over medication, you know? And so even they want me to give Baxter all this medication. I'm going to give him a trazodone the night before. I'm still going to give him half, but add the gabapentin and hope that it helps. And who knew gabapentin would help with the anxiety? I sure as hell didn't. And the more I talked about it, people are like, oh yeah, my dog's on gabapentin for anxiety. What? I didn't know that. Just like I didn't know when Baxter breathes crazy and is like he's just took a big snort of, you know what, puff, that, you know, he drools and that's anxiety too. Yes, makes house calls. Oh my gosh, he does? I need a vet like that. You would think in the country like this, in the rural community I live in, with all the animals, we would have a house called vet. Fuck this shit. Hi Leah, how are you? Hi Pat. His eyes were so, Drake, I could not. God, I would have been in tears. You're on gabapentin for anxiety? Really? For humans? I thought it was a nerve blocker for like pain and shit. I didn't know they use it for anxiety. Holy crap. The things you learn every day on TikTok and YouTube. Someday I love my dogs more than humans. I love my animal more than everybody, I think. Almost everybody. Cost us over $1,000 last year to deflea our house and yard, so I have to do it. Oh yeah, I get it. I just say YOLO with the fleas. Because, you know, I have like 20,000 cats. I do protect the dogs because they're in the most. The cats are in and out. Gabapentin for nerves, though, for like a nerve blocker, helps nerves, but using it script, well, because they won't prescribe benzo. Wow, for both. Yeah, my dog is too, Coda. Right now she's probably either sitting by the door while I'm out here or she's on the couch. Yeah, she follows me around, and now I know, I'm like, why do German Shepherds, oh, it hurts, Drake, I hate it. I think about all my doggies too, and some of the, I'm an animal person, right? Even though I don't want 50,000 animals, I'm still an animal person. And it pains me when I see, you know, dogs abused. Like, I can't even watch those shows, you know, I can't watch the SPCA commercials and shit with the neglect and the dogs and the cats, and they give you those eyes and you're looking at them, and I just cry every time. Even Dad, God damn it! He takes the remote and changes it. It's the worst fucking thing. I cry, I cannot. And if I'm hormonal, I just look and I get lost in those eyes looking at me in the TV. I can't. Yeah, I know, Lily, you're like me. You know, it makes me feel, so I can't imagine how an animal feels taking it. Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me, Shannon, because I don't want to know, because then I'm going to overthink my animal. Because I hate giving him pills. I just wish he would buck up. I wish I can talk to him and talk some sense into him and say, bruh, I just need your fucking dew claws cut. They're not going to hurt you, I promise you. I can even stay in there and hold your paw, but I need you to not misbehave. I need you to let the vet do their job. But no, he just makes it difficult for everybody. I try to tell him that too before he leaves. Don't you think I don't? And he looks at me, trying to lick me and shit. I mean, does he understand me? He should. Fuck, I'm doing it for his health, the benefit of him and his paws. But he won't listen. Ugh. No, I can't even touch his. No, he won't. Me and Andrew tried. I'm like, all right, well then, buddy, let's get the clippers. I bought clippers. Nope, freaks out. Leaves. Just runs away. Yep, yeah, gone. Bites us, growls. Nope, doesn't work. So really, does he really trust us? Little fucker. Nope. So I'm like, fine. Then have your dew claw grow into your skin. So anyhow, damn dogs. They want RX benzos, but getting off benzos is a freaking nightmare. I'm doing that now. I refuse to take GAB, or GABA is a cause of memory issues. My Shih Tzu Tater was the same. God, dramatic. I know. To ask, I should know, but what address can I send you something? Leah, in my link tree, and I don't have the address memorized because it's a P.O. box. It's in my link tree. So if you go where all my videos are, it'll say link tree. You just hit that link and it'll take you. How's your weather today? It's raining. Yeah, it's raining here. It's sprinkling. It's not raining. To me, I almost lost an arm trying to clip. Yeah, no, it's not worth it. So I guess he's gonna have to be high, you know, in order to get it done. Grandpa's chilling. Grandpa's chilling. He got up about 7 this morning and, you know, did the normal. What time is it? Okay, let's go back to bed. It's 7. Well, I don't know why I'm so tired, because you're not ready to get up. Let's go back to bed. I'm just so tired. I know, because you don't get up yet. And then he woke up at 8:40 this morning. And he was chipper and ready to go. But, you know, he's sitting at the table, right? He's drinking his coffee. He's already done with his big bowl of cereal. I give him the biggest bowl of cereal, y'all. Dan's always like, oh my God, Jesus, you think you put enough in there? And he eats it. I feed him. I'm probably the reason why he's gaining weight, because compared to my servings, Dan's servings are like bite size, right? And so I got him a big ass bowl this morning. And maybe that's why I go through cereal so much when I feed him. But he ate it all. And then I put on a big banana. Ooh, what a day. That sounds wonderful. And he did. He is getting heavy. I mean, his stomach is, he said something the other day. He's like, I'm getting heavy. No shit, you are. He's eating well. And I do give him a lot of food because he's hungry. Shit, and all these people complaining about me and what I feed him. The guy eats. I mean, his waist size is probably a 36 right now. And he was a 34 last year. All his jeans this year don't fit. No, they don't. He is no longer a 34, I can tell you that. He's probably a 34 under the belly because he's so thin. And that's the problem with men like Ed, is he doesn't gain weight from the waist down. But even in his legs, they're tight. So even his skinny legs, I think, have gotten bigger because the pants aren't. Oh, so I need to buy him some clothes. Oh, I love that. What a day. That makes my heart happy. I love those moments. You know, I really do. Like I talked to Dilly Pop yesterday. Yeah, my bowls are big. If a bowl is not filled up all the way. Now it's a big bowl because I need to, hi Rick, I need to do my dishwasher. So he had an extra bowl and I always fill it to the top. Dan just walks by all the time and he's like, Jesus. I'm like, well, he likes it and he eats it all. Every night I sit him down. It's funny because he doesn't say it at night. He's very ritualistic, right? In the things he says and the things he does. So like in the morning, he never says, oh, wow, that looks good. I can literally verbatim tell you at every meal what he's going to say, right? Thank you, Danielle. This is great. This looks great, right? And at dinner time, I sit him down and he's like, wow, that's a lot of food there. It looks great, Danielle. I don't think I'm going to be able to eat it all. And I follow it up with every night. Well, you say that every night and you eat it. And he goes, ha, 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 ha. I think you're right. I love food. It's pretty much what happens every day. Yeah, every day. Sometimes he doesn't respond that way, but he always says, oh, I don't know if I'm going to eat all this. And then before you know it, the bowl's empty. I can literally tell you every meal when I sit him down what his response is. And afterwards, you know, oh, thank you, Danielle. And Dan will be like, Dad, I gave you lunch. Oh, well, thank you too, but thank you, Danielle. And Dan, what the hell, Dad? What the hell? He can't win. Let me tell you, he cannot win when I'm in the picture. When he sees me, when Ed sees me, Dan loses all credibility. Oh my God, Drake, it's ridiculous. And normally he'll dip it in the jar, but it was low, so he couldn't get it in. So, but it's so funny. Dan's like, just looks at me and I'm just giggling because I know it's gonna chap his hide, especially right after all the time, you know. He's like, Dad, oh, you're Mark. No, I'm not. Oh, hey, Danielle, good morning. It makes me laugh. It's like this whole thing. Dan's in the room, he sees me, and everything's thanks, Dan, I appreciate it. And then I come in, he goes, Danielle, thank you so much. I'm really enjoying everything. And it's the funniest shit ever. He always knows who I am. Always. It does. I mean, occasionally he might call me Barb or Carol or Janice, or mostly Janice. Lately, it's been a lot of Janice, so I don't know. Is he saying things? Is Mama coming to visit him? I don't know. So, I mean, Leslie, you're confusing me. Leslie keeps going back and forth. She just texted over here and then went over there. Remember, tapping is clapping on TikTok. You guys, thumbs up on the tube, as always. So yeah, he's been calling me Janice a lot lately. And then he'll look at me. So yesterday, or the day before, I had to go to drop some stuff at the tax accountant's office, right? My father's dead, Nancy. Yeah, he's 6 feet under. Oh no, he's not 6 feet. He's actually in the Lake of Tahoe. Yeah, my dad. I don't know if he's there anymore, or if he's floating somewhere. He's defeated. He did, because I sneak it up on him, Drake. Like, he doesn't know I'm doing it. I catch him in those acts, you know. But he knows. No, yeah. If you're talking about Ed, he's here. He's eating at the table. I think there's a connect. I think there's some weird thing. You know, he associates me with my mom, which, I mean, obviously, but it's weird sometimes because, you know, yesterday or the other day, I went to the tax accountant's office, and he just sitting straight ahead, looking, you know, just, you know, driving, just watching, you know, the surroundings, and he's like, "How you doing, Mark?" You know, and I didn't say anything. You know, I'm just singing, because, you know, sometimes he's been talking, like, randomly. Just, I don't know if he's talking to somebody or if he thought it was me. So I just kind of let it play out and see what happens. "Mark, how you doing?" And I was like, "Mark." And he turned to me. He goes, "Oh, excuse me, Danielle, are you all right?" Yes, Dad, I'm fine. So you just never know. Like, and like, they're older, right? So I never know what lately he's been talking to himself. I don't know if it's a dog, but sometimes I hear him having communications and I'm like, doo-doo-doo-doo, who's here? Who does he see? Scares me sometimes. What happened to my dad? My dad tried to unalive himself. Yeah. That's how my dad ended up dying due to his gun wound infliction to his head. Yeah. Mental illness. Mental illness is real. Hi, Kathy. Mental illness is a serious thing, y'all. It's not something to make fun of. So yeah. Yeah, unalive. It's a sad thing that somebody feels so distraught and out of their mind that they have to take their own life. You know, I can never understand that. And it's not for me to understand. And good thing I don't understand it, because maybe I'd be in the same place, you know, but I just can never imagine leaving my family. I can never imagine doing that to my family. And being on the other side of that, you know, having my dad do that. And I say this all the time, you know, it's so selfish. Still selfish, even though I don't blame him and I'm not angry at him for doing it, because I know he felt in his mind that he was better off, we were better off, the world was better off, but it still really is a selfish act, right? Because there are other people who are left to deal with the loss and try to navigate through the loss. And if they only realize that they weren't enough, right? And I see both sides. And that's the thing for me that, I get mad at people for being so closed-minded, because closed-minded people don't necessarily see both sides of the story. I have tried over the last several years to really look at both sides. And I can understand how he was feeling. But for me and my feelings is it's so selfish, because he did more damage to us by his act than he would have if he still lived. But I understand he got tired of living and feeling that way. I just wish, right, with all point and purposes, he would have tried to medicate and do it right and do it healthy. And instead, he died of that bullet that never exited his brain. He lived for 2 years afterwards, changed, didn't drink alcohol, didn't do all that stuff, didn't do anything. It was a changed man, but was fucked up, right? Because he had memory loss and, and he died of a stroke because the bullet eventually dislodged and stroked him out, which was the possibility. But they couldn't remove it for the fear of, him dying on the table. And so they said, well, let's just, see how it goes. So it's real. I see both sides of it. I still believe, right, it's selfish, and I will always believe it is selfish, but I understand, right? I understand. My dad. So I've been through it all, right? I've been through cancer with my mom and watching her cancer eat her from the inside out. And I've been there with my dad trying to unalive himself while my mom was dying. I mean, that's the crazy shit, right? I'm dealing with my mom dying, and then my dad, in the midst of her dying, tries to kill himself. What the fuck kind of shit is that? I was like 31. I was 31. I had Andrew. Andrew was a year and a half. And I'm just, my husband's, in his weird business, selfish phase of life. And I'm here and just trying to survive and watching my mom die. Yeah. And I get the call. Hey, honey. No, it was, hey, sweetie. It's my aunt. My uncle, my dad's brother's wife always kept me in the loop. Hi, sweetie. I need to tell you, it's like, fuck. And every time you get those calls, and Apple user, that's what I said. I said, I understand his side. I'm not that selfish to not understand his side, but I still nonetheless think it's selfish, right? That's nonetheless, I still think it's a selfish act, because we're still individuals who are living with that loss, dealing with that loss, and so sad that he felt so compelled to end his life and that everybody would be happier, right? It's a double-edged sword. I see both sides of it. I'm not saying he was wrong, but he was to us, because we would have given, you don't think one of my brothers is having a baby in December. I mean, you don't think my brother would have loved for him to meet his granddaughter? I mean, it's selfish. There's a lot of aftermath, continuous aftermath, Shot himself once above the eyebrow and once in the temple. Ugh, God. This is the vibration plate. It's in my TikTok shop. My TikTok shop is under my main account, Mrs. D. Sal NorCal, and you can find it in here. This is the one I promote because I use it every day. It's the Maroc, and you can just click in my shop and it's there. Just easy, like, click. I get a couple dollars. I think forever, as long as you promote it, like, you go down in commission. So it goes down. Like, I think I started making $10 if I sold them, and now I don't think I'm even making that. But hey, it's better than nothing, right? Hi, Pat, how are you? I try to, for me, polite man, it's hard, right? Because my mom died at 53. And her birthday was October 1st. She would have been 73 this month. And it's so sad for me because, yes, although I do remember and I laugh about the memories we have and her silliness and everything else, it's still hard because I still have those images in my head, right, of her dying. I have those images when I would go and help her shower and when I would try to force her to eat and beg her to eat, to keep on going. You can't help but to still have those horrific things in your head. But they're there, just like when you see your parents having sex. They stay there forever, and unfortunately, we can't get rid of them. My even Hannah to this day, it took a long time. Friends commit suicide, disassociated from society helps. It's also fun to go places like DMV tripping. This is a weird story to tell while your cheeks are vibrating. I don't even notice them on my vibration plate. You guys are the only ones that notice it. Yeah, so it's crazy. It's crazy, So again, I see both sides and I understand, depression, and I understand he was bipolar. I understand those things. I just wish he gave it a chance. I wish he just did the right thing and stopped self-medicating. I wish he just got the help he needed, right? But he didn't. I think about doing it every day now since my mom had died. And expecting on Valentine's to be it. This is the only reason I haven't for the so selfish. Jessica, I get the conflict. When your best friend dies, I've been there, girl. I've been there. You feel helpless. And one of the creators I follow, her name is Nicole Leanne. I think Nicole Leanne, and she does fun things and she always tastes food. Her mom just died unexpectedly. And I felt that pain, when I don't know if any of you watch her, but she just lost her dad last year, I think. And then now her mom just died unexpectedly and she's pregnant. She's just pregnant. She's been trying forever to get pregnant. She finally got pregnant. Her mom saw the pregnant thing and then, Anna just died, And so I've been there. I feel like, the only thing that got me through those moments was my kids, because my kids were little. My kids were tiny. And so that was the only thing that kept me, that's the only thing that kept me like going, right? Do you think you ever get over grief? No, I don't get over the grief. It's different, right? It just, the more time that goes on between the death, the more time that goes on through the death, it becomes easier, but I don't think I ever have gotten over the grief. I still cry for my mom, you learn to live with it, right? It's been 18 and a half years. It'll be 19 years in February since my mom died. And it feels like yesterday, you guys. It feels like yesterday. That pain and just knowing she's 73. What would she have been like? What would we have been like? Would she have partaked with me in these videos? And she would have been so with me on that. My mom was so cool. She was such a badass, and she would have been proud. She would have been my biggest supporter. She probably would have done things with me. And there is life. Your mom would not want you to end your life because of your grief. Know that. As a mom, I can say that because if I passed, I would not want my kids to be, I told my kids, I don't want a funeral. I want you to celebrate my happy moments that we had together as a family. I want you to laugh about my weirdness. I want you to make fun of me. I want you to have fun with me. I don't want you to cry over me, which you will, but I want you to have fun with, I want a party. I want people gambling. I want to be at the casino. I want you guys to go live it up, get drunk, smoke cigarettes, do tobacco, and have fun. I don't want you crying. And that's why my dad had a celebration of life. And it was so much better because we you sit and you talk about memories. God! You talk about memories and you talk about the good things, right? And it's a group of people that share stories about you. You don't even know all of the stories, right? And so I just want That's what I want. I want my kids, and my kids are like, oh, Mom, of course. I said, no, I want you to go rent out Sky River, go to Tahoe, get drunk. I want everybody to go for the weekend and fucking celebrate me the way I would do it. And I would do it that way. And they're my wishes, right? Those are my wishes. So don't fuck around, or I will come haunt your ass. So just know, parents don't want you, right? Parents don't want you to suffer. Unfortunately, you do, and there's a big hole in your heart. But do not for 1 second end your life because of your grief. It's not worth it. There's other things. There's other purposes out there for you. I promise you. Mom, 2 years ago, and that's exactly how my mom was, and she would have wanted me to go on. I miss her so much. Yeah. And that's why, and maybe because I don't want COPD. Yeah. 51 in November, kids are grown and don't speak to me. Oh, Jessica, I'm so sorry. No, I do know because I am a mom and I know it would hurt them. Yes, and Jessica, you know, and that's another thing too, and that should keep you going because your kids are estranged for whatever reason, right? And sometimes we don't even know that reason. But just imagine, my dad and I were kind of estranged, right? It was a weird relationship. And I remember how angry I was before I grew up and I kind of opened my mind and had the 360 view instead of, you know, what's half of a circle? 360, 180, 160, 190, 190, whatever. 190. The guilt I have, right? Because I never mended things with him the way I should have. And your kids, God forbid, if anything were to happen, would feel the same way. And I just think about them. And if that keeps you going, and I know how hard it is, especially your best friend died, your kids aren't talking to you, you feel alone, I get it, and it's miserable. And I'm sorry. But there is a purpose out there for you, I promise. Whether it's new love, whether it's new friends, whether it's something like that. Lost my mom 3 years probably. She would take care of yourself, yeah. Yes, and knowing that, exactly. I want my kids to live their life with the memory as a comfort and knowing I'm proud of them, exactly. And, you know, if I die, you know, for natural causes, you know, celebrate. I just, you know, we're all going to die. And that's the thing. Like I tell my kids all the time, like, I am going to die. I will not be here for you at some point in life, whether it's in 3 years, whether it's, you know, God knows when. I am not going to be here for you. And I want you to know, and I'm trying to tell, like, I'll just tell them random facts all the times. and they get creepy. They're like, Mom, why are you doing that? And I was like, just in case I die tomorrow, I want you to know these things. Because these are the questions that I had from my mom. And Hannah's like, Mom, don't do that. It freaks me out. And I'm like, okay, but I'm going to die. Sometimes people die unexpectedly. And then you're going to question, and I'm telling you. You know, and she's like, well, just write it down in a book. I said, don't have fucking time to write every fucking thing down in a book. I'm going to eat gummies, smoke cigarettes, smoke pot, drink wine, eat chips, and do meth. Do it all. Do it all. No, I don't believe in hard drugs. Uggs. Rugs. Shit. I don't. Oh, Sadie, I love that. I don't want you to do any of the hard stuff. I'm not, but you have to drink something other than a White Claw. I mean, Drake, I do not want you at my celebration of life with a White Claw and your pinky out. It just doesn't work for me. So you have to promise me you will drink something more manly. Drake likes the White Claws. And he's dating like a 19-year-old. So, you know, I think the 19-year-olds, the girls are more into the White Claws. So he has like slowly morphed into a White Claw man drinker, which makes me laugh. No White Claws. No White Claws. The wine's fine, but whiskey's quicker. You know who sang that, right? Wine is fine, but whiskey's quicker. Suicide. Anyhow, Aussie. You're welcome, Apple user. You know, and it's so funny because people always, you know, you never know the topics we're going to morph into in these lives. Bye, Storms. And so for me, there's so many people every day that come on and say, thank you, I needed to hear this today, or I needed to, that reminder. And I just talk, I just randomly talk. I feed off of you guys. We morph into different things. And, I think this is social media could be such a powerful community for many. Is this your real page? Yes. So, T, I'm going to call you T High. I only have one channel on YouTube. This is my only channel that you're on. Oh, Lord. Live restriction, because I said rugs. This is for the notice is unclear. Lord. Anywho, TikTok sucks. But, or the people watching it suck, because, they're like, ooh, we can get her. Yeah, so if you watch YouTube, this is my only channel. My husband has a channel as well. He's DSal NorCal. He only has one on YouTube as well. Now, TikTok is a whole different story. He has one on TikTok, and he's got like 2.1 million followers. All the others are fake. I have several on TikTok because I have trolls that constantly like to take me down, and TikTok favors the trolls over the creators. So there you have it. Hi, Unky. I'm hoping so too. And so anyhow, I'm here, and I try to really just resonate with people. I like to make you feel not so alone in this world, because we are all suffering with something. We all have something we're working through, multiple things we're dealing with. And I feel like, my stories are relatable, whether some of you think they're complaining, venting, or bashing my husband. And yes, I am kind of bashing my husband, but he deserves it. And he's part of the bashing. He allows me to bash. So y'all need to open your minds to that. I can't handle this. Oh, she's just so disrespectful. Do y'all not see my husband's participating? And if it was something he didn't want me to post, he would say, Danielle, don't post it. Right? I mean, we have a mutual respect in our relationship. He finds it funny because he likes to read the comments. There is nothing wrong with what we do. The problem is the people watching. Yeah. I live in Roseville, so super close. Yes. Super close. Depend on where in Roseville. I should, Teresa, being a therapist was, being a, let's try this again. Being a therapist was something on the agenda, but I really at the time wanted to teach more, and that didn't work out. So, if you enjoy what you do, then keep on doing it. Yes. Oh, and I'm going to tell you something. There was good news out of yesterday. Good news. Do you remember? Yeah, we have been together for so long, and I don't understand why people don't think that. Dan obviously knew I was recording, right? And every video I show of me and Dan bantering and Kitchen Chronicles and all that, he knows I'm going to do Kitchen Chronicles when he makes a mess. Most of the time. You should have, I know. Fuck, it's irritating me. The blow. Oh, every time this time on a Wednesday. He knows, I'm going to do this stuff. If my husband, who sees, it's not like there's secret cameras out videoing him and catching him. It's like, right, if he doesn't like it, he can, number one, fix it. Or number two, he can say, Danielle, don't post. I don't want you to post it. I don't want you to post it. But guess what? He doesn't say that. Because if he did say that, guess what I would do as his wife? I wouldn't post it. So y'all need to come off your little high horses. Open your eyes, because you're closed-minded and you're not seeing the big picture. That's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people who just have the 180 view, Am I getting a new car? Probably not. I can't afford a new car. I mean, I really can't right now. That rental fucked me up. That rental did. Because, that was a bigger expense than I had. I can't even fix my stairs. Y'all, I can't even fix my stairs right now because I'm so over budget that I can't even fix my stairs. Because I just had to put the money towards my rental. So, now I gotta wait. Rebuild. So my stairs are wood. Yeah. Just like when I walk in and he's doing a video. Yes, and if I'm in there and he doesn't like what I say or what I do, he cuts me out. But that's not Dan. Like, people say, well, what if Dan did that to you? He's welcome to do it to me. And matter of fact, I try to get him to expand his channel, right? Because Ed is not going to be here forever. And all his channel does is focus on his dad. So I have tried to get him to bust me and to call me out, right? But he's not as funny when he does it. He's dry humor and it hurts. Like me, I'm sarcastic and I'm having fun with it, but he's so like, you watch him on a live and the way he pokes at me, it's just so mean. Like, there's a way to do it. I think I'm funnier and nicer while doing it, where he's just mean and pokes and attacks like it, and he's like, ha 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 ha. No, that wasn't funny. Open your minds, people. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good. Open your minds, people. Paint that had been frozen, but it works so far. Kitchen left to paint. Oh my gosh, frozen paint. It was frozen. Wow. That's what he does. I'm like, it's not funny. Well, I thought it was funny. Like this morning, I'm vacuuming. I had just gotten over telling him, like, tell me what you think. I just need your opinion. And I'm going to bust his ass again. I'm going to bust his ass again. So listen up if you want to hear it. I had just gone on. He's like, what's the matter with you? I'm like, God, I just have the worst cramps. My neck is killing me. Today is just not well. It's not going well yet. My head is pounding, all this shit. I'm just falling apart at the seams, right? And he's like, whatever, puts his chin in his mouth and goes and takes a shit or whatever he does. And then he comes out and I'm like hunkered over, I'm vacuuming. And he comes out and he's walking to me, right? And he's like, hey, I got an idea. And I was like, here we go. So immediately I'm on alert, right? I'm hunched up, my claws are out, I'm waiting, right, to attack. I'm waiting to attack because I'm in my predatory stance, right? Like, what the fuck dumbass thing are you gonna say? Right after I said, he's like, how about, and he takes my hand and he places it, in a location that I did not want it, right? And he says, how about, you play the flute today, this morning for me. I'm sorry. And I'm like, did you just not hear, right? I'm not in the mood. Like, I'm in pain, but yeah, let me play your flute. Right? And he's like, Danielle, it was just a joke. That was a joke? Yeah. I know you weren't going to do it. I'm having fun. That's not a joke. And every time you do that to me, I say the same response to you. No, Dan, I'm just having fun. That's fun. I don't really mean it. Bullshit, you don't mean it. Because if I said, okay, let's go toot it, you'd be right there with it. He goes, yeah, well, there is that sheer chance, that I'm hoping you'll say that, but I'm not really looking for that. Well, then find another way to have fun. Because I don't find that having fun. I find that like that boy who cries wolf, right? Oh, I'm just joking, right? I'm just joking. It's just a joke. I don't mean it. Well, when are you meaning it then? Because that's about every time throughout the whole fucking day, right? Yeah, he's just hopeful. He's like, I'm hoping one of these times throughout the day, you might surprise me, but I knew your answer was going to be no. Well, then I don't find that very funny. See the difference? What he finds funny and what I find funny, completely different. So, no, I don't think he's funny in those situations. I think I'm funnier. But yeah, it drives me nuts. Like, I'm like, everything, I said that to him. I said, do you realize that every communication you have with me, every communication has something to do with a part of our bodies? Everything you say, hey baby, how you doing? And no, Dan, and I just walk away. everything, right? Yeah, I've done that before, Brady. I've taken it off and go, he's like, don't do that. Oh, well, that's playful. That's not playful. That's playful. But coming up and say, hey, you want to blow on my flute? No, I don't want to blow on a flute. I've never been a flute player, nor do I want to be. I tried clarinet for a minute, and I hated sucking on that reed to put it on. You remember you had to suck on the little bamboo reed thing to put it on? I didn't like sucking on it to get it wet beforehand. No. I'm not playing the clarinet, the trombone, the trumpet, or the flute. No, I don't even want to touch it. And no little tickle. Not looking for that. I just said I am not feeling to myself, and then you come in, oh, just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. What? You ain't joking. I hated the reed. You had to suck on that thing for the longest time. No. Right, tell him to be careful or he's going to be kicked out of the band. Oh, God. For the love of flutes. Y'all, learn when. That's the childish male behavior. Yes. And it's so ugly. It's a constant theme. And it's like all you do to joke is you do something sexually. It's not funny. It's actually exhausting. That's all you want me here for. Is that all you want me here for? Is that all you need me for? Is to play the flute? To wet your reed? Come on, bruh. I'm a horrible wife. Oh, Kevin. You sound like a winner. Yeah. Kevin coming on telling me I'm a horrible wife. He sounds like a good one, right? God, oh, Kevin, I wish you were my husband. Yeah. You sound like a great man. I'm sure your mama would be proud. Kevin's mom would be like, I know, I taught you better, boy. Oh, shit. Every time I played an instrument, I broke my arm. You're a perfect wife, and my boyfriend said I'm much better since I've been watching you. I'm not perfect, but yeah. Here he comes.
What?
The keys are in the car, or you didn't turn off the car, one of the two.
The car's off, keys are in my pocket.
Okay, well, go check.
0 for 2, baby.
No, go
0 for
check.
2.
Because it doesn't beep like that unless the car is still on. Did you hear the beep?
Can you hear the car?
Did you hear the beep?
Can you hear the car? I mean, now you're like walking into a car, it's off. It's off, baby.
No, it's not.
I mean, you're arguing with me.
Come here. Come look at the display.
Danielle, the engine is not running.
Come look at.
I mean, you're going to still argue that you're right. It's incredible. The engine is not running.
Turn off the engine before exiting, and the light's on.
The engine is off. You're going to turn the engine on?
Now it's off.
Yeah, all you have to do is press the button, but the engine was not on.
Now it's off.
Oh my God.
That's why the car beeped multiple times.
I mean, I have to wonder.
That will drain the battery if you don't click the button.
Right, you have to click the button, but the engine wasn't on.
It said turn engine off.
Right, but the engine wasn't on. It was not running. I mean, this is insane.
The car just gives you the alert. When he walked away, I heard the beep, 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 which knows that the car's still on.
That's an electrical thing, not the engine.
That is not an electrical thing. It's done that the whole time I've owned the car. That is not the electrical. The button light was on. That means that the car wasn't fully off.
The battery was still being drained, but the engine was not on.
Okay, but the point of the matter is, you knew what I meant. The car was still technically on. Jesus Christ.
I cannot believe that something develops over nothing like that. Literally, I pull in here.
Because you're arguing with me when I'm telling you the car's still on.
And it wasn't on.
It was. When the car's still on, it's not completely off, that would drain the battery, right? So that means the car's still on.
You know, it would have gone off by itself.
No, it doesn't. That's why the keys, you walking away, it alerts you that you have not turned the car completely off. And he's rolling his eyes at me. He's wrong. I know he's wrong.
Really? When's the last time the battery died?
Dan,
Because I do that all the time.
read. No, you don't. And all the time you do it, and it'll continue to beep until you turn it off. And it said, key not detected, right? Key not detected. The engine was still on, the car, whatever, the car was still on, and it continues to beep sporadically until you turn it off, because that's the alert, right? That's the alert it gives you that your car's not fully off. So it's so, and then he gets mad at me, right? It gets mad at me. Yeah, it's that person. It's that, like, when you have a normal key, you turn it, you know? Yeah. Oh boy, doesn't that make me want to play the flute? Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't matter. He still will argue it because technically you don't hear the engine running. Okay, sorry, wrong term of words. The engine's not running, but the car technically is still on. Fuck. I'd quit the band. And that's the thing. Yeah. No flute. Mm-mm. No, this is the thing. Technically, you're both right. Well, yeah, because the engine's not on, but the car's still on. And we have some electrical issues. So now he's saying, oh, that's just the electrical issue. No, this happened before the electrical issue because your car technically is still on. Don't talk to him. No cooking for him. Yeah, he doesn't. Because when he believes he's right, and then he's mad at me because I'm... Yeah. Got my Crocs. Oh, yay. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute, Maria? Yeah. There's a reason for the beeps. Yeah. God. Have Dan read the manual. Yeah. Ignition is not the motor. No, I understand. Sorry, I used the wrong terminology. The motor is not on, but the car is still on. Fuck. I mean, tomato, tomato, right? Tomato, tomato. When you turn on the car, walk away with key, it would start beeping. It was beeping. It was beeping. Yeah. Ugh, I hate those Cybertrucks. It was beeping. That's why I said the car's still on. Originally, I said, you have the car still on. And he said, no, I don't. I said, yes, you do, because the cars are beeping. Anyway. Nothing like him to sour a mood really quick, right? Yeah. Boys. Anyhow. So that's my life, you guys, in a nutshell. Dan. Ed. Andrew. I got 3 Salinger men. Your car is on. Shit. He wouldn't arrange the tow. Oh, that's so funny. Teresa, that is funny because some of my Zoomies were sending presents to their bosses. And they're like, you should get Dan a present. Jokingly. No. Yeah, I'm the boss. The electric park, yeah. Dan and I do not need a vacation. No, that's fine. We do not need a vacation together. We can't. You hit the boss role, yeah. Anywho, it's a rainy day. Yeah, Danielle needs to go away alone. Yeah, you can't lock the door. So literally, like, if he did that, somebody could still get in the car and push it and it would start the keys. Now, if they can't turn it off, right? They can't turn it off or the car won't turn back on. But technically, I could have just hit the button again and restarted the car. So, oh yeah, Maria's doing the plate. Yeah, I know, sleeping day. What's a sleeping day? I slept a lot last night, so I feel pretty good as far as sleep goes, but we got to record. This is going to be great. We got to do another recording for his ad that they didn't like. SA. Shit, I hate that word. You know, the SA term, it comes out so willy-nilly these days, you know, and it just infuriates me how people want to claim SA. But yes, he would be an SA. Taking my hand and putting it on a place. Why do I drive Dan's car? Because Grandpa, it's hard for Grandpa to get in that car. And so when I leave the house, if Dan has Grandpa, right? I always leave the car because of an emergency. Or like yesterday, they didn't have lunch and I wanted to go and I wasn't going to deal with lunch or anything. And so I'm like, you know what? You can deal with it. And so I took the Porsche because it's just easier for Dan and Grandpa to use the car. So that's why, right? So 2 years ago, Dan, we had a car. He bought another Subaru. I bought another Subaru because he wanted a Subaru. So he had a station wagon as well, which was stupid. He bought it after I bought it. Had I known he was going to buy a Subaru, I would have bought the SUV instead of this. But I didn't know that was going to happen. But then we had the Porsche just sitting in my gym area, right? And I was like, this is stupid. The car's not turning on because it hasn't been driven. Because I gave up. I said, I'm not taking care of your car. You want to upkeep your car, you need to take care of it. And so he wouldn't do it. So I just let it die. And it sat there for 3 years. And then it became a lot of problems because it took about $10,000 between getting new tires and fixing things and getting them up and trying to pack smog. And it was a fucking nightmare to get this thing up and going. Probably wasn't a full 10, but it was a lot of money to get it up and going. And I finally said, no, if you want the Porsche, right? And this was before we knew we were going to have Ed. If you want the Porsche, you need to get rid of the car because, you know, he's always talking about budgets and spending money. And I was like, why do we have 6 cars? There's 5 of us and we have 6 cars. There's no need to have 6 cars when we have an extra car. And you talk about insurance and costs and all that stuff. I said, you need to get rid of the Porsche or get rid of the Subaru. And he was like, well, I'm not getting rid of my Porsche. So I sold the Subaru because I was like, we're not going to do this and pay all this money. We need to get the Porsche up and going and you need to drive that you need to drive the Porsche because he just goes, you know, just around town. And then we got Grandpa and then things changed. You can't really take Grandpa in that car. So it's become, he's taken over my car and honestly, it's shit inside. Like I try to keep it up and he just doesn't really take care of things. Seats ripped. I don't know how the hell that happened. The electrical's all haywire, which is not his fault, but with hay seats where I didn't know much. So I laughed so much about a fall I had in a river and I peed myself on the hay. Oh my God, T, that's funny. So I drive it because I'm one person, but you know, it's hard. The trunk's not that big and the back seats aren't that big and it's just a lot of work. And I hate driving stick, honestly. It's a stick shift. It's not even an automatic, you guys. So he won't drive it because he has Grandpa, right? And you know, it's like I cover it at night because the cat jumps on it. And he's like, oh, it's always got shit. It's always some excuse of why he doesn't want to drive it, right? Like he could have easily taken it today, but he takes my car. So, So I'm like the other day when I had this, Danielle, can you link your dial-in weights in your shop? I'd rather purchase them from you to support your channel. These weights, these are Nordic Track. These are Nordic Track weights. I got these from Nordic Track. So I don't even know if they sell these on my shop or on Amazon. I can look to see if they have them, but I don't know. Nordic Track sent me these. So about 1.5 years ago, Nordic Track sent me a rower, these weights, a bench, and a treadmill. Because of all the issues I had with them with regards to fixing my 2-year-old treadmill that's inside now. And so they sent me as a kind of like thing, I'm sorry. And I told her I was a social media and, you know, influencer and my husband was, and, you know, like I would love to work with them because that's all I use is Nordic Track anyway, but they said they don't do that anymore. But she sent me all this stuff. Yeah. So, I hate the rower. I hate the rower. I couldn't even do it. It would hurt my shoulder. But it is a good workout. I just have been tormented with CrossFit in the rower, so it's not a fan of mine. It's not a fan of mine. My shoulder is better. It still hurts, but I think a lot of that now is the infringement on my neck. So I think it's all kind of somewhat interconnected, honestly, but we'll see. Plans for today, I have to help Dan with his ad. And I want to tackle my under the stair closet, which is going to be a lot of work. And just, my normal putzing around. I got to clean Grandpa's dirty bathroom. What was the reason that you prefer tattoo eyebrows than the microblading? I started with microblading. Yeah, I started with microblading. And what happens over the years, the microblade just bled into one. So you can't really technically microblade again. So I had to tattoo. But I kind of want to go back and get another touch up because I want them darker. Because if you look closer, you can see where where there's no hair. So I kind of want those areas darker. I don't know. So, yeah, I said I put heat on it and I took Advil for a couple days. But, yeah, I mean, who knows? You guys, I can barely keep up with myself, let alone my shoulder. But it's better, so I'm just trying to... Did it hurt? Microblading hurt like a bitch. Yeah. Tattooing? Nope, not at all. So tattoo is my only option, yeah. So I would like to go, but I can't go now because I have Nashville next week. So I can't go now for the tattoo, but I should have thought about that a little earlier because I would have liked to have them a little touched up before. Where's my earrings from? Which ones? These discs are expensive earrings from the tattoo shop. When I do piercings, like all this stuff, it's real jewelry because I keloid when I have this shitty shit. Especially so I go to a really nice piercer to do my ears. And yeah, they pierce with the good jewelry. These are from Claire's. Yep. And I think these are too, because these I've had forever, these piercings, so they don't bother me. Yeah. And these are sensitive solutions because also with perimenopause, my ears have become sensitive. This hole, the main hole. Yeah. I don't know. These ones are cheapies. I think these ones I got off on Amazon because I like the flat backs. And so but these holes, my main holes, are sensitive. So I have to. Central Alabama was just put under a frost advisory. Isn't that weird? This weather is bipolar. Speaking of bipolar, I mean, it goes from, it was 88, 89 degrees yesterday, and now it's freaking, 72 right now. Or however. Yeah, it's fun, Jada. I tried to do that. My hair hurts so bad all of a sudden. It does? Yeah, you got to start washing it again. Start washing them. They do that, Candace. They go up and down, just so you know. I am allergic to some metals. All of a sudden, though. Took over her car, sacrificed majority of her free time. Yeah. I told him that the other day. You love to see sober people? Sober people? How do you know I'm not sober? I don't know what that statement means. Excuse me. So yeah, sometimes, Candace, they go up and down. Like I just got them fine and now they're irritating me again. And so I start like twisting them and stuff like that. And then they get worse because I touch them. Like this one hasn't really even healed. It's still infected all the time. I need to start doing my oils again for it. Thank you. But yeah, no, I love the ear thing. I think it's really cute. I have always wanted a lot of piercings, but I've been too chicken. And I really don't want any more tattoos. I really don't. So piercing, I figured, is the best option because you can take those out. Hi, Barbie. How are you? Yeah, I'm getting ready to go. I'm tired and my neck is really killing me. So I want to use my neck massager. I got to go out and clean up the shit in the yard. And then just kind of figure out when Dion wants to do this fucking ad. Hopefully it won't take that long. And we need to do it while Ed's calm, because it gets really hard for Dan to do it because he's ADHD. So when there's movement and wrestling, and I have a lot of tattoos. I have 1, 2, 3 on my fingers. I have 2 here. I have 1 here. I have 1 here. And I have 1 on my back. Yeah, 1 on my back. I want run away. I know. I need to decide. The other day, speaking of the cars, calling, crying, me, not expecting, put out fires. Gosh, the kids, right? The put out fires. I had my daughter Hannah today. Oh, I had them pierced. Drake, I had the nips pierced. Let me tell you, I would never do it again. Bye, Gracie. I would never do that again. I would never get the nips pierced again. The first time was enough. No, thank you.
The first cut is the deepest.
No, thank you. Yeah. So, I need to clean and do. What time do we have to do this video?
I don't think we have to do it because Zach was able to edit it.
Dan is a bad boy.
What do you mean I'm a bad boy? I'd like to be a bad boy. Isn't that what women like? Bad boys?
No.
They do.
No.
Yeah.
They leak?
They don't
Mine
leak.
never leaked.
Nothing leaks on me.
Your mouth does.
My mouth leaks?
Yeah, you have a leaky mouth. Thank goodness for Zach. Thank goodness for Zach. Care more, Dan. I believe me, GSR, he should care more. He should realize what's standing next to him on his left side. I'm the only person that has sacrificed. Nobody has ever sacrificed like I have sacrificed.
I know, you are special. Probably, literally, other than Jesus Christ himself, I think you have sacrificed more than anybody in the entire world. I really do.
No,
I think you have put yourself out there.
I'm saying sacrifice for you. I'm not comparing myself to others. I'm saying for you. I've been your biggest supporter, your biggest lifter upper, and your biggest sacrificer for you.
As I hope I have been for you. Your biggest supporter. I am your single biggest supporter. You can nod your head. I'm in your fucking videos. How am I not a big supporter?
That doesn't mean you're a fucking supporter.
I'm able to laugh at myself in your videos when you are like laying me down on the street and then driving a Mack truck over me, then backing it up and backing over me and then speeding forward again and driving over me. Every day, I'm a great sport about it. I don't get up and make videos. Let's take a look at my wife's flaws today. I just laugh at myself because if you can't laugh at yourself, you know how it goes. I can laugh at myself. I'm pretty unusual, pretty funny looking.
You are funny looking.
I'm a funny looking guy.
And you're very unusual.
I'm very unusual. I can laugh at myself.
And you're very full of yourself.
That's not true.
You are.
That's not true. I have no opinion. I don't consider myself higher than any other human being on the planet.
What have you sacrificed for me?
More than you could possibly imagine. Seriously?
Seriously.
I'm not going to have this conversation here, but
one thing.
Over the last, 10, 12
I just
years,
said one thing. What one big thing have you sacrificed for me?
My health.
You've sacrificed your health.
Yeah, that when I'm really busy and stressed out, it's not good for my health. And you wanted the things you wanted, and I stressed myself out and gave myself a heart attack, sacrificing for you to give you the things, the unimportant things that you can't take with you. That is a hell of a fucking sacrifice.
And he's full of shit in that part. That is.
Look around. I sacrificed for everything that's here, right? This all came before social media, before you earned Dime One, before Grandpa came in here and this came all before that. Due to my hard work and sacrifice. And look at me. I've lost all my fucking hair. My eyesight's gone. I'm overweight. I had a heart attack. And I was a stellar, stunning, absolutely gorgeous athlete. At 20, if you had seen me with my puffed out chest, I looked like God on wheels.
What are you doing right now?
I'm just saying, I turned all that in and sacrificed all that to give you all this. And then here, what have you done for me? That's literally what you said. What have you done for me? Open your eyes. That pig, I bought that pig for you. And then you don't like the pig anymore. So I
bought
take care
the
of
pig.
Yeah, and now it's my pig. Millie,
He sacrificed. Did you hear that? He sacrificed for me.
I don't.
He sacrificed.
Good term.
No, you don't get it. You don't get that. So don't fill your fucking head up. So he sacrificed for me. He didn't have a family, right? He didn't have a family or kids. It's just all for me. It was all for me. Don't you like the way he puts that on me? Isn't that called gaslighting?
You are. I mean.
Aren't you gaslighting a little bit?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I mean, my kids are also my highest priority, but originally it was all for you. Everything I do for you. Everything, unless it involves some kind of illicit substance that, that's my only. If it's not involving that, it's for you. Everything I do.
Get out.
That trip I just made to get that case for you. You need something. You might need something. Like another watch or something. I'm not sure.
Get the hell out of here.
You asked me what I did. I answer and you don't like it.
Through your fucking teeth.
What do you mean I'm lying? The proof is all around you.
No.
Turn the camera around.
No, this was made years before. Yes,
right.
In the last 10 years, you have said, well, this is all we got, make it work. All for me.
Yeah.
And I had to do it.
And you are not satisfied.
I
mean, if you show, how many people would want to live here in this beautiful house with all these animals?
It was all put on me to figure it out. And then
somehow my sacrifice is now your sacrifice.
That's not a sacrifice. In our oath to our marriage, we said, I will sacrifice, I will provide for you. I want you to stay home, take care of our kids, and I promise you I will provide for you and the children until I die.
None of that was in our vows.
It
None
was.
of that. No, it wasn't.
It was.
It was not. And I think I've exceeded whatever promises that were made. I think I've exceeded it. And you're living in the lap of luxury. I mean, it's like the inexpensive luxury. It's not luxury like, big time. It's not Buffett. It's not like Bieber.
Jessica, I'm about ready to be single myself. Bye-bye, Dan.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
For better or worse. And I think we're in better.
I'm in worse.
I'm
in hell.
But that's in your own head.
I'm in hell.
Objectively.
Get out!
What the fuck is that thing doing there?
This is who I want to take your place. Talk about luxury.
Talk
about sacrifice. He is sacrificing his mental stability every day when he goes and hits heads with the neck. That's sacrifice. That right there is sacrifice. Sacrifice.
No, he gets paid to work out. That's what he gets paid to do, and exercise. If I got paid to run around and exercise, I'd look like that. But unfortunately...
You were too short.
Okay, I'd look like that, but shorter.
Obviously, you weren't talented enough. So that's why.
First of all, fucking 97 here, if you look, he's not that much taller than me, and he's fucking on his tippy toes. Look at that. Can you see the fucking tippy toes? Look, he's fucking on his tippy toes to get taller than me. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
What else do you see on him?
Have you seen, look at that body. Have you guys seen Arnold Schwarzenegger today? Remember, he looked like that too. You know what he looks like today? Like rolls. He's got like roll. I mean, it's not pleasant. And by the way, Arnold Schwarzenegger comes up to about here. I actually stood next to him. Remember, he came to our house and when we had that old house in Elk Grove when he was governor?
No.
You don't remember that? He came and did a little television spot right in front of my house, just randomly, when he was governor. And he's like super short. I mean, like short. Like Sylvester Stallone, same thing.
Did you want me to leave?
Fuck.
Did you want me to leave? I thought you don't. Dan's 5'8.5".
I'm 5'10".
You're not 5'10".
I'm 5'10".
The bigger the stomach gets, the more you shrink because you roll forward. You're not 5'10". You were 5'10". Your dad used to say you'd be 5'10" if you stood up straight. That's what your dad used to say to you. He's probably 5'9.5", maybe 5'9", from his slumping over.
Trade me in for a taller model.
I will.
Fine.
One who has more money.
I'll trade you in for
that's. I need to trade you in for somebody who sacrifices more for their wife.
I need to trade you in for somebody who actually works. I mean, like, we need to send you in for some warranty work at Kaiser. You're falling apart. You say it yourself every day. I mean, you're only 50, right? You're warranted to last like to 80, but you're falling apart at 50.
Yeah, and you just use the wrong terminology because people are pissed.
Uh-oh.
You said you don't work.
What?
You don't work.
I don't work? Well, you don't. I don't mean work
right.
Like clean the house. I mean work like, your body functioning properly. There's always something going wrong or some injury or something freezes up or something.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is 6'2", by the way.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's not 6'2". Whoever said that
People are
is
Googling
insane.
him.
Look, who said that?
People are Googling him. Look at your phone.
Look at
your phone.
You can Google him.
Just like the car wasn't on.
Again, the car wasn't on.
It was on. The car was on.
The car wasn't on. The reason that beeped is because I didn't change it from drive to park before I turned the car off. I turned the
car
I can't argue. And
on.
You can Google him. I stood next to him. I would bet my right arm he is not 6 feet tall. I would give my right arm, provided he hasn't had some kind of lift surgery, like adding something to he is very short. He is not 6'2". South Texas girl.
You know who that is.
I know, but you are not. He is not 6'2".
And Tony looked it up too.
I mean, look it up on Google. Is Google the end all know all? I stood next to the guy. I stood next to him.
Maybe you shrunk.
All right, let me see. Hey Siri, how tall is Sylvester Stallone?
Sylvester Stallone is 5'.
Okay,
it's not Sylvester. You said Arnold.
Sylvester Stallone is 5'10". We just watched the two of them together. Remember on TV?
Ask how tall Arnold is.
Can you just hear me out? We just watched the two of them together, right? And Stallone is taller than Schwarzenegger. And and Stallone says 5'10". You know that's 5'7". Why are we talking about height?
Why the hell are you so defensive?
Because I have to be defensive. You attack me unmercifully every day, and you ask, why are you defensive? I mean, literally, that's like psychological torture. You attack, and then you go, God, you're getting so defensive.
I learned from the best.
At least you know what's happening. Hi there, Beamer.
Does Dan have his own following? He claims he does. His following is not as loyal as my following. There would be an army of people that would show up on this doorstep. You better watch yourself to kick your ass. You better get in check before I send the monkeys out for you. Danny DeVito. Yeah. He's not gone yet. He's still here. He cannot walk away. He can't. He can't handle it.
I am so fucking terrified over this fucking army of menopausal women who are going to come in and fucking annoy me to death. I mean, I don't know what you think's going to happen with your army of, whatever.
Now he's running. Now he just ran. Arnold is 5'10". Suri said Arnold is 5'10". No, remember at one point we called my group the Flying Monkeys because they were going to go in and attack the trolls. So Flying Monkeys. Somebody said the pack. Some hater group called my followers the pack. They call us monkeys. They call us everything. And so he he runs. He did. He literally ran because he knew after that he was going to get comments. Yeah, he's poking. He's poking. The monkey beaver moon. Remember the bare ass monkey? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Army of hardworking housewives. That's right. Daniel started annoying Dan by poking his belly. I do that sometimes. When he pisses me off, I poke it and I go, me, and he's like, fuck. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm just dreading today. Oh, hi, baby. Hello, this is my love pie. It's my lovey. Well, all right, that's a good thing. I don't have to do that. The thing. You'd hate to be on my bad side. I'm not a nice person. I don't have to be. You know, like if you piss me off, this is the way I do things, Stephen. Now, like I will drop you as quick as a 10-foot pole. I mean, if you piss me off, I stay around a lot longer than most people would. And once I feel hurt or betrayed, I'm done. I'm done. No explanations. I'm done. So my time is too valuable to focus on people who don't want to be in my life, and people who don't appreciate, me or, whatever. I do not chase people anymore. That was a weak thing that I did back in the day that I view as really, really weak. One of my traits that I didn't like in myself today, day and age, new age Danielle, 50-year-old Danielle, if you have chosen to leave me, right, I will not choose to chase you. I just don't have time for that shit. I don't have time to deal and chase people or beg people for friendships. You're either in my life because you choose to be, or you choose not to be for whatever reason. But don't piss me off. And that's honestly me. Dan will sit and fight me on it, but he's a different person than I am. I've been hurt way too many times by people who I've trusted and who I've thought wouldn't do things that they do, and they do them, and then I'm just like, yeah, nope, I'm over it. It doesn't matter. The good times that we had, I look at as a season. They were in my season, and now they're not. And that was their choice, not mine. Or it can be mine too. But anyway, yeah, this is Memers. I don't want to pick him up, but he's right there. He's waiting for his loves. That's my emotional support cat. Yeah. And this face, when I'm not happy with something, yeah, it tells it all. I can't fake being happy. I can't fake not being irritated, because if I don't say it, this does. So it is what it is. I can't help it. Anyhow, remember, this is my Memers. Yes, he is the sweetest kitty ever. Remember, you are worthy, you are important, and you matter. Everybody's feelings matter, and it's okay. If it's just the season's done with friendships, it happens. Let them walk away. It's their loss, not ours. Anyhow, love you guys. I will see you later. Today's Wednesday, so that means a subscriber live. Blech. Oh, it's not a subscriber live. I meant a troll live. Blech. That's what I meant. Troll live. So I will see you later. I'm probably not going to be very productive today. Oh well. There you have it. See you later. Yeah, not a subscriber live. It's a Dan live, which means it is the Dan ninnies who love Dan and hate his wife. So I gotta prepare for that. Gotta get my claws sharpened. Gotta get ready. Anyhow, bye.